Good morning, everyone. Diane Leonard here, president of DH Leonard Consulting and Grant Writing Services. And I decided it was time to hit the go live button for the first time in a while. I'm not going to tell you something that you don't already know. There's, a health scare happening, isn't there? And it's filling our newsfeed in so many ways. But there's something about it that I think is really important that we step back as grant professionals to think about. How is your grant team disaster ready or unexpected ready? How are you going to handle the unknowns in terms of potentially having a distributed workforce? I know we're starting to see bigger articles just this week that are talking about nonprofits and how it is that they can use technology in order to continue to deliver service or have their staff work together. Well, I want to think specifically about grant teams and how it is that we can work in a distributed fashion. I've been in business for 14 years, and our team of writers has always been a distributed team. We've always been working remotely, not only as a team of writers, but also with our clients. Our clients are all over the country, as are our writers. And so that's meant that we've had to get pretty focused on what technologies work best. We've had to be diligent about how to be hyper communicators, because there's a lot that can be read in between the lines or assumed when it comes to the body of an email. And so we really rely heavily on tools like Zoom and the video mechanism within Uber Conference so that not only can we talk to each other all the time, but we can see each other. We can read each other's body language. Now let's take this not just to our writing team, but to your grant team. When we think about grant teams, they are the team of individuals that have a stake in seeing grants be successful. You, the grant professional, are usually the one facilitating that team. Are you currently co-located, so working in the same building, the same space as that team? You likely are. But there's some of us in the field that are already used to facilitating a grant team that's distributed, either because you have offices across the whole county or across the state, but there's lots of reasons that we might already be distributed. Programmatic staff in one place, grant writer in another, finance and HR in yet a different space. So those teams already have a little bit of an advantage thinking about what is their process, how do they communicate in a way that, you know what, if we have other reasons to be a distributed team, they can still continue to function and not miss, I should say, funder deadlines. Okay, so that's one thing. Some teams might have a slight advantage because they're already used to it. But what if you're a grant team that's used to being in the same building, walking down the hall to check in when you haven't gotten something that is going to help you for a grant due next week? We've got to try some different things, don't we? So Zoom might be a great opportunity. Pull everybody together, share your screen so they can see the documents that you're working on. Maybe you want to try creating a channel on Slack, a great way that a team can quickly interface and ask little questions, right? This is much faster than email. It's not a whole meeting. We might just be asking quick little questions back and forth of each other. I'll be honest, when we think about a distributed team, one of the things that I think is really helpful in terms of clarity for goal, for short-term work, progressing towards a goal, it's the Scrum Framework. I would say that what we did as a team prior to using the Scrum Framework, it was good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as it could be. Utilizing the Scrum Framework helped our team to continue to stay hyper-focused on our communication and on our progress towards a goal. And as we're looking at this ever-changing situation with what's happening in our country and in the world, with what might our health risks be, how might we as teams continue to work together or apart, I think that you, as the grant professional that's leading your grant team, has the opportunity to really set your team up for success. So whether it's what's happening in the next few weeks, or it's a few months, or even a year down the line, you've thought about how you can work as a distributed team so that you still produce amazing grant applications that win the grant awards that help your organization achieve your mission, create your impact. I could get on the soapbox and talk about distributed teams, talk to you about what we do, how we manage it all day long. But, well, your time is valuable and you have grant deadlines that you probably are focusing on. So I just want to put it out there that if you have a question about how you can help your grant team move to a distributed team model, even if only in the short term, by all means, feel free to reach out. Our team is happy to help answer questions and help you get through potentially a transition from a co-located grant team to a distributed grant team. I promise there's lots of great solutions and we're here to help you through it. All right, everyone, be well. Take care.